We are back live. The massacre at St. Andrew Hospital left scars that refuse to heal, and tonight, we search for the truth. I'm sitting across from Paul, a man who claims to know nothing, yet his eyes tell a far more terrifying story. Paul, let's stop the games. Tell me about Caroline Thomas. I don't know that name. I've already told the police. She's nobody to me. I've never heard of her. Please, just leave it alone. Nobody. Then why did your breath hitch? If she means nothing, why does her name make you look like you've seen a ghost? Your hands are shaking. Paul, you aren't just afraid of the name. You're afraid of what she became. He taught her. He taught her everything. You have no idea what they are capable of. Paul exhales slowly, his composure slipping as he admits Alice never used that name directly, but spoke about things that did not make sense at the time. He recalls moments where she would stop mid-conversation, listening to something that wasn't there, then say she needed to be quiet because he doesn't like noise. Diane immediately focuses on that detail, asking who he is, but Paul hesitates, visibly struggling with whether to answer. Diane shifts to evidence, revealing that Caroline Thomas was a missing child, taken at the age of 8 and never recovered. Her case was left open with no suspects. She explains that timelines and records surrounding Alice McNeil do not begin until years after that disappearance, with gaps that cannot be explained. Paul's expression tightens as the implication settles in, and for the first time, he does not deny it. He admits that Alice once described learning things she could not have known, like where to place pressure on the body to make someone stop moving quickly. She never said she was taught directly, but she referred to it as something she was shown, something practiced until it became natural. Diane connects this to the puncture wounds, asking if Alice was trained, not driven, but Paul shakes his head, correcting her in a low voice. She didn't learn it for herself, he says, his tone shifting as fear replaces hesitation. He explains that Alice spoke about someone who watched her, corrected her, and expected her to improve, not like a teacher, but like something shaping her. Diane asks again who this person was, and this time Paul doesn't answer immediately, his silence heavier than anything he has said so far. When he finally speaks, his voice is controlled but strained, as if forcing the words out will bring consequences. He says Alice never called him a father, but she described him like one, someone who raised her, guided her, and never let her forget what she was supposed to become. Diane presses further, asking if this man is still alive, and Paul's reaction is immediate. He looks off camera again, faster this time, his fear no longer subtle as he leans back slightly. If he is, Paul says quietly, then this wasn't the beginning. Diane doesn't interrupt, sensing the shift as Paul continues, his voice dropping lower. It was practice. Silence settles over the studio, heavier than before, as Diane absorbs the implication that the massacre was not an isolated act, but part of something larger. The red live light continues to blink, steady and indifferent, as if the conversation has crossed into something it was never meant to reveal.